He's doing
Good.
good. Fire.
To start off with, maybe this just last week, you didn't have Nick, right? And Drew jumped right in, and it didn't look like there was any bumps in the road or anything. I know that's what you wanted out of him when you got him, but you haven't had him for very long. How did that come about, and how much credit does he get, and you guys get for getting him ready?
I thought he did a great job. He has been working since the day he got here, but he's been doing a lot of different things. He's kind of learned multiple roles. The situation came up with Nick, and he was ready to go. He works his tail off. It's very important to him. He cares a lot about getting it right, so to speak. I would say he did an excellent job. The communication on the field was really good. He got us in and out of a couple of checks, managed the game well. It wasn't perfect. There were a couple of things that I think, even he would tell you he'd like to fix or correct. But based on what he had on his plate, I thought he did a really nice job.
When I asked you about a lineman on draft night, I just remember you being so excited about Mike Dana and his potential. I know it's not your room anymore, but how much have you seen, kind of what you were thinking that evening about his growth?
Yeah, that guy's been fun to watch. He's just the type of person he is first, and then he grinds, and he's gotten better. He's gotten extremely versatile. He works. He's accountable, dependable, smart, tough, consistent. Keep throwing those adjectives out, and that fits Mike Dana. Every football team should have a guy like him. They'd be lucky to.
Go ahead.
I was just to say, with Leo moving around, whose jurisdiction does he fall under now? When he lines up, but he's on the line, he's playing outside, inside. Just talk about his overall versatility this year.
Yeah, it's been really good, and I think that's something that we saw a little bit of, in the draft process coming out of Wisconsin. Although he wasn't quite used in some of those ways, but you thought there may be some potential for that. He's proven to be capable in a lot of those different roles, and both mentally and physically. I would say, a year ago, rookie trying to get his feet underneath of him, learning multiple spots was probably not ideal for his growth. We're in year 2 now, and I would say he's evolved tremendously from a mental standpoint to where he's able to handle multiples. He's able to do different packages and different roles that kind of allow us to use his skill set a little bit differently. He's done a very nice job when we've put him in those positions. So, we'll see. Moving forward, that may evolve week to week, in terms of, how much, how little, where that ends up going. But he's done a very nice job with it.
To that point, and maybe it's a little inside football, but how do you guys operate as defensive coaches when, say, Justin Reed comes up to your level, or, Leo's going to play on the line? How do you guys kind of work through that in practice?
Yeah, it's a great question. And a lot of different staffs would handle that differently. I think we've got a really great group of coaches on the defensive side of the ball. I think we got guys that have versatility in what they've worked with. So, when Justin comes in and is in a linebacker role, let's say, he's still in the secondary room. They're kind of coaching him through those particular calls, and the same would be for Leo when he's in those capacities. We've used some of the ends. Mike Dana, you brought up a moment ago, is end up in a couple of linebacker type capacities. That just gets coached out of the defensive line room.
What are the keys when, in your room or just in the entire defense, when you're facing a team that's had some struggles offensively? How do you keep a struggling team struggling, and what's the message about not letting up?
Well, I would say this, I don't know that I would say they're struggling. I would say there's a number of things that they do really well. Run the ball first and foremost. They got 2 really good backs. The wideout Wilson is a game-breaking type of guy. He's explosive. He's dynamic. When he gets the ball, he's got a chance to go the distance every time he touches it. The quarterback has got a big arm. When you see him throw with rhythm and timing, and he knows where he's going with the ball, it looks pretty good. So they present their fair share of challenges. There's no question. What I would say, though, is our focus always is going to be on us. And, this deal is not necessarily about, one game. It's about us improving and getting better each and every week to be where we want to be at when it matters most. So there's a couple of elements there, This Jets outfit, I would tell you, whatever the statistics and the numbers are, they're better than what that paper says.
Last one, Nick.
Yeah, Brendan, when you're going against a run game like that, and with their ability to play action off of that, how are you talking with your linebackers this week about setting the tempo but not giving them windows by biting too hard in the run?
Yeah, there's a fine line there, right? Because stopping the run obviously needs to be paramount in this game, but they do a nice job with their play action game, and they get guys into those intermediate levels where you're sucked up on the play action. We're going to have to do a good job in those moments of recognizing the play action quickly so we don't get further into the line of scrimmage than we need to be, and then also punching out with some urgency and finding routes, particularly finding where 17 is. Not that the other guys aren't capable, but that guy's special.